Okay, it says that we are now live on Facebook, so you can
Okay.
start the job fair.
Okay, perfect. So before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsors, the Far Northeastern Training Board, Cochrane District Social Services Administration Board Employment Services, Tagmo Nation Employment and Training, and the Ininu Friendship Center at Patiswan Employment Services. We also, even through virtual, it is very important that we acknowledge that we are coming together on the traditional lands of the Cree, Ojibwe, and the Algonquin people. I would also like to acknowledge Tagmo Nation, Wagashik First Nation, Moose Cree First Nation, and the Métis Nation of Ontario, traditional lands on Treaty 9 territory, and the Omishkegowuk traditional lands, people and our ancestors. So our first one I'd like to call up is Rock Shield, EWP.
Good morning.
Morning. Did you have a presentation or Rock Shield?
No, this is the first time I've done this virtual career fair. I wasn't sure of the expectations.
Okay, we'll let you take it away.
So good morning, everybody. Rock Shield is located in Cochrane. We have approximately 175 employees. Currently hiring for production workers, so laborers and millwrights. It is a unionized environment. Shifts rotate between days, evenings, and nights. 40 hours per week and overtime available on weekends.
Are you able to put in your contact information so it's available?
Yeah, do I just put it below in the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
So the next one that we have on coming on is PlanA.
Good morning, thank you. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Michelle, I'm with PlanA Timmins. Some people might not realize, or some do, that the healthcare industry as a whole is facing a shortage crisis in terms of workers. It is not new by any means. It has definitely been exacerbated by COVID. So PlanA, what we do is we are a staffing solution that partners primarily with long-term care homes to meet our partner staffing needs, to support our partner staff and their residents. So I'm just going to share my screen, and I'm not, there we go. Perfect. So PlanA's vision is to care for our fellow Canadians by bringing the most compassionate, forward-thinking, and strategic staffing model to long-term care homes across the nation. And our mission is to take care of the people who take care of our most vulnerable people. The shortage crisis is across the board. However, we take the vulnerable sector into consideration, and that's where we concentrate our efforts. So just for an idea, our impact for last year alone was over 400,000 hours that we were able to provide care to our partners in the long-term care sector. Year to date for 2021, it has already surpassed that. So the need is there. We have multiple different locations. I always joke that we're slowly taking over Canada and taking over the world. So we have a lot of different locations, as you can see, throughout Ontario. We also have some new locations in Eastern and Western Canada as well. So with the different locations, what this means is it's really easy to transfer your file, whether you're still in the onboarding process and established staff. Regardless of where you are in the process, we can easily transfer a file if you're finding yourself needed to relocate. So there's no needing to restart the process. There's no delaying in getting a job, right? So it's just really easy peasy. We are still working out the kinks to transfer between provinces, just because there's different criteria and requirements for each province. So we are working on that. But if you are a staff member or onboarding and you are interested in relocating, just let us know. We will easily transfer your file to the nearest PlanA location. PlanA Timmins, our area of service is from Chapleau to Hearst to Englehart and everywhere in between. So there's a lot of different opportunities available to you. So we are continuously recruiting for healthcare workers. So our primary focus is PSWs and registered staff. So PSWs need to have a valid certificate from an accredited post-secondary institution in Ontario or be registered with the Ontario PSW Association. Or subsequently, you can be a nursing student who has completed their first year and is enrolled in their second, or so on. Registered practical nurses, registered nurses, really easy. You need, to be registered with the CNO in good standings and the required documents. It does say 1 year of paid work experience required. That is actually no longer necessary. With COVID, we've actually kind of taken that out. So we can actually sign temporary licenses now for graduating nurses until they are able to register with the CNO. So super, super exciting. So why choose the A team? I'm biased and I always say just because we're awesome, but there are actual good reasons as to why you should join the A team. So first and foremost, we make a difference. When our staff are in these homes, they're supporting their staff, they're supporting the residents, they're able to offer a breath to the staff that have been running around, with 50 million things to do and not enough time to do it. They're providing some extra care to the residents that's so desperately needed, and especially right now because the pandemic is still ongoing. It is still affecting them. We offer very flexible scheduling and a strong work-life balance. To me, those just go hand in hand. All we ask from our staff is a minimum 3 shifts per month as a commitment. So really easily attainable for our students, for busy parents, for people who want supplemental income. You make your own schedule, you download the app. So we are powered by StatStat. So you download the app to your phone. And the idea is that you make your own schedule. So if you know you have an exam on Thursday or a dentist appointment on Monday, you just don't pick up those shifts that would interfere with those appointments. So really, really easy. We offer competitive rates of pay. So we do look at the norms across the board, and then we try to offer a little bit higher than that. And amazing employee perks. So there's different perks. So one big one is experience for students, right? So if you want hands-on experience in your field, this is a great way to do it while still getting paid to do so. And it just helps your academics because then you're knowing firsthand what it is that you're being taught. Supplemental income. So a lot of people use us as a secondary job or to fill the gaps, with their childcare or whatever. So a good way to earn extra income, especially during the holiday seasons. We do offer last minute shift incentives to try to, incentivize our staff to go in last minute. A variety. A lot of people seem to really like the variety that we're able to offer. So if you wanted to work in, 2 or 3 different facilities, you have the option to do that. You can do that. You can pick up when and where you want. And out of town. So we do follow the ESA. If you're traveling greater than 100 kilometers, you do qualify for travel compensation, hotel, and meal reimbursement. And we do have some staff that take it as a mini vacation, right? They get to just unwind. They get to have their evenings to themselves, no kids screaming, no dogs at their door, and just take it as a mini getaway and be able to just, work hard, come home, relax, go to work a few days, and then come home and enjoy their family time. So we do have some required documentation. So really easy, proof of education, whether it is enrollment or your diploma. We require minimum 3 supervisory references, healthcare preferred, valid CPR, vulnerable sector check, flu shot, TB tests, N95 respiratory test, the 4 and 5-step WMIS AODA. It doesn't say this because it is not updated. However, we do also require the COVID vaccine as well. We do follow the Ministry of Long-Term Care Home mandates. So as you see here, there are some asterisks. Those are the ones that are required for support services aides. That is an auxiliary position, kind of a right hand to PSWs and in different departments to help with cleaning, sanitization, laundry, things like that. But our main focus is to hire PSWs and registered staff. So if you have any questions, if you want to apply, you can go to jointheateam.com. I will put my information in the chat box, so you can always send me an email, give me a call if you want more information, if you want to apply, and just see about the different opportunities that are available.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Giselle Charla. I'm from Employment Services CDSAB. I want to welcome everybody. It's nice to see everybody come in great numbers. We have, I believe, about 29 participants watching, so that is great. I'm gonna follow through, and I'd like to invite to the floor from Expedition Helicopters, Martine Beaulieu-Magui. Martine, take it away.
Okay, good day, everyone. So Martine Beaulieu-Magui, a lot of people call me Martine. I answer to both. Okay, so I'm representing Expedition Helicopters and its group of companies. We have 3 umbrellas really under our company, so I'll explain that. We are a federal workplace, therefore laws are different from employment standards perspective. And because we're mainly aviation based, COVID vaccines are mandated since the last month. So just for those that are looking for prospective employment. So I'll start with the helicopter division. We are looking for pilots. There seems to be a shortage across Canada. So anyone with over 1,000 hours of flight and that is certified in our type courses, type helicopters. So you're looking at your Bell 2200 series and the A-Stars. Especially if you have long line experience, and that's an ongoing recruitment. Aircraft maintenance engineers are in the same boat, shortage across the country. So anybody who's got the type courses that can repair the Bell 200 series or the A-Stars, we're looking for those. We're even recruiting for apprentices for AMEs. Now, part of the helicopter division, we also have a base in Cochrane, a base in Moosonee, a base in Moose Factory. So currently for our Moose Factory Moosonee operation for freeze up and break up, we are looking for ground crews. So those positions essentially are the individuals that will help load the sling gear for the helicopters to fly them from Moosonee to Moose Factory and vice versa. We also service the hospital, post office. So it's essentially packing goods and then transporting safely the residents from Moosonee to Moose Factory. So for any of those positions, what we do is we normally post on Expedition Helicopters Facebook page and Tribal Logistics Facebook page. So the contacts are there. So anyone who's willing to apply, you submit your application to jobs@expeditionhelicopters.com. Now for freight division, our freight division is a partnership with Tribal Logistics. So we do have, that's our truck drivers basically. We are looking for part-time truck drivers. So anybody who has an AZ license that's willing to work part-time either because they have another part-time position or looking for a semi-retired position, you're more than willing to put in your application at jobs@expeditionhelicopters.com. I'm going to post that in the comments below. But again, if you visit our Facebook page, all the contact information is there. So that's basically for the freight division. CAP services is another umbrella of Expedition Helicopters where we provide lodging for workers. So camps, we service them with cooks of all levels, so entry level to Red Seal. We're continuously looking to fill those positions. Also, we look for camp managers. So the camp manager overlooks at the whole camp operation. So doing the maintenance and calling for services if there's a breakdown or ensuring that deliveries for products and goods are in line, and they oversee the staff operation. Camp admin positions. So those are the individuals that will work on basically the administration side. So all of the checking in, checking out processes, ensuring that the information for billing and counting purposes are done. So again, those positions are available. So camp manager, camp admin, camp cooks of all levels. And we're also recruiting for housekeepers continuously. So all those positions, again, for the camp services, we have full-time positions available. We also are looking for temporary fill-ins. So if an individual just looking to see, I'd be willing to work a few days a week or provide relief for some individuals that need to leave camp for personal reasons and are looking for just part-time positions or fill-in positions or casual positions, we're accepting for any of the positions on the camp division side as well. So again, that's anybody that wants to apply, jobs@expeditionhelicopters.com. We do offer competitive salaries and benefits as well. So those are the positions available. I'll put my information in the contact section. And if anybody has any questions, you can also reach me at that email. I'm the one that's responsible for receiving emails. So I think I summed it up, 3 divisions in a few seconds.
Thank you, Maxine. Thank you. And we look forward to having your information in the chat line. I believe that when we are posting in the chat, now I'm not the technical guru here, but I think that you have to select everyone so that the participants can see, the participants that are joining us can see your information. So maybe Jose, I'm gonna check with Jose to see if that is correct, okay? But to be on the safe side, if you post it and select everyone, I think that's gonna take care of it.
Yes, it does.
So our next, oh, what was that, Jose?
Sorry, I said, yes, it does. That's exactly it. You have to choose everyone and everybody's gonna get it.
Awesome, thank you. So our next employer in line is from Iroquois Falls, and I'd like to welcome Community Living in Iroquois Falls, from Iroquois Falls.
Hi, welcome everybody. I'm Krista Knowles from Community Living Iroquois Falls, and we are a small-based agency. We support about 32 individuals within our agency. We have about 52 employees, and we are definitely looking for staff. Both, we are looking for casuals, but more part-time and even some temporary full-time employment. So our goal is to support people with developmental disabilities to live in a state of dignity, share in all elements of the community, and participate effectively. So we have a few special needs group homes. We have 2 in the Iroquois Falls vacancies. We also have a community connections program where we support individuals who live at home or community-based to go to places that they'd like to, that they enjoy visiting. So out in the community, we are mandated to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's the new mandate that's coming. Staff are tested right now if they are not completely vaccinated. Again, we're looking for the starting wage at Community Living at Falls is $22.04 an hour for a casual position. Like I said, more likely you're going to start as a part-time. We are usually looking for early childhood educators, developmental service workers, social workers. We're getting pretty tight for staff, so we've increased to, if you have grade 12 and some of the employable skills such as CPR, food handlers course, we would be willing to train and provide the training that you would need to be an effective part of the team at Community Living Iroquois Falls. So if you are looking to work with a great team, we're looking for you. So I've provided my contact info. I think I was the person who did it wrong and didn't share with everybody. So I've changed it to everyone, and I will share that information again.
Perfect. Thank you, Krista. I just have a quick question. We have some time here, and so if somebody has a GED, would that be something that you would look at if somebody doesn't have an Ontario secondary high school diploma? Is that something you would be looking at as well for perhaps participants that don't have the OSSD?
We've just recently included people who are grade 12 graduates, so I wouldn't think we're GED. I would need board approval before I could say yes to that. I'm thinking you need to be grade 12 diploma at this point.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying that.
Thank you.
Participants, yes, participants, I want to remind you, if you have questions directly and you want to direct them to the employers, you can do so through the chat line. Believe that you, or email them, and that would be a good thing, okay? So without delay, let's welcome Workforce North.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to make sure I can share my screen here. Can everyone see this?
Yes, I think we're good, Samantha.
Yeah, oh, good. Perfect. So my name is Samantha Kavanaugh. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager here for Workforce. I'm based out of our Sudbury office, but I do represent all of our branches in Northern Ontario. Workforce, we're a staffing agency, so we focus on providing skilled trades, labor professionals to support the production and maintenance and development of Canada's economy. So we also have a permanent division that focuses on more permanent type placements. We have several different locations here in the area. So our main office is in Sudbury. We also have a location in Thunder Bay, Timmins, Toronto, and Sault Ste. Marie. We always welcome anyone to walk into our offices. We are Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5 o'clock. If anyone had any questions or wanted to meet with a recruiter in person, we have open door policy. So you can come in at any time and have a chat with someone there. We like to share our core values here with everyone. So integrity, teamwork, community, and safety is all very important to us. I always think it's fun to introduce our team over in Timmins. So we have a business manager there. Jenica and Natalie are our recruiters out of that office. And Michelle is our office administrator. Again, everyone's very inviting and open to any calls or meeting with anyone in person. Here are some positions that we generally hire for. This is a pretty big list here. So these are our most sought after positions. Right now, I know that we are really struggling to find skilled laborers in the area and core logging technicians. A lot of people think that our positions are only temporary or contract, but in fact, a lot of these positions lead to full-time permanent positions. So what happens is you start off in a temp role, and then usually what happens if you're doing a great job and you show up and you work hard, a lot of the companies will in turn offer you a permanent position with them. So it is a good way to get your foot in the door with a company. I wanted to just quickly touch base on our Calstone division, which is our perm division. So these positions tend to be a little bit more higher end, as in human resources, sales, operations, and engineering. If you're wondering where you can see a list of our available jobs, we have a lot of different places where we post. So our website has all of our jobs listed there. We post all of our jobs on Indeed. We also invite you to follow our Facebook page, as we do post a lot of information there. A lot of the last minute jobs will go up on our Facebook page. And then we do post on LinkedIn. Also, you don't always have to apply directly to a job. On our website, you can log on and register with us, and then that'll get your resume into our pool. We are really big on social media. So we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and we're on LinkedIn. We're pretty active on our pages. So we love for anyone to follow all of our socials. And here's some information about our Timmins office. So if you wanted to apply, it would be apply@peopleatwork.ca. This is the office phone number, our website information, and our address. And when we are finished here, I will be sure to post this on the chat section. And that's everything.
All right. Thank you very much, Samantha, for
No
all that
problem.
info. And have you posted your contact information in the chat as well?
No, I'll go ahead and do that in the next 2 minutes.
Awesome, perfect,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome SGS Canada, Michaela.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Michaela D'Angelo Antonio. I am the Talent Acquisition Advisor with SGS for Cochrane. So I'm going to start off with just explaining Cochrane, SGS on a global scale. So we are actually the world's leading inspection, verification, testing, and certification company. We service about 8 different business lines around the world. Specifically in Cochrane, we are a mineral site who has just under 70 employees right now. And we're really looking for skilled laborers. So I'm just going to share my screen here. All right, can you see this now? Yes, okay, good, good. So this is our hiring flyer. You've probably seen it around town and in your mailboxes this year. So we are located on First Avenue, right in Cochrane. These are the positions that we are hiring for right now. So sample preparation technicians and fire assay technicians. So sample preparation, it's basically you're sorting and crushing those core mineral samples into a pulp so that it can be further tested. So for this position, you know, we require a high school diploma. We require some general labor experience because it can be quite physical. And it is 12-hour shifts, rotating shifts as well. So you'll be required to do some days, some nights, and some weekends as well. For the fire assay technicians, so same thing, high school diploma. You need to be a little bit more precise and detail oriented because you're working under high heats. So you need to be okay with that. And they both pay $20 per hour to start. After 6 months of employment, we have a 50-cent increase in place. And then after a year of employment, another 50 cents you will be given. So after a year of employment with us, it will be $21 per hour. It is full-time permanent to start with benefits, and you are eligible for our RSP program. We also, for sample prep, we have DIDO positions. So that means drive-in, drive-out positions. So we consider people from as far as Sudbury to drive in every 2 weeks. So it's a 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of position. Accommodations are provided in the town of Cochrane, close to the site, within walking distance. We also have, nope, sorry, that's about it. That's it. Those are the 2 positions that we are hiring for at this time. Our jobs are posted on the Jobs in Cochrane website. As always, you can also go to our jobs.sgs.com website. And here is my contact information as well if you want to contact me personally with any questions you might have.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to pass it on to Brenda to introduce the following employers.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce Courtney Locke from the Northeastern Ontario Family and Children's Services. Courtney.
Hi, everyone. Just bear with me 1 second. I will share my screen. So just want to confirm everyone can see the PowerPoint? Yes, no, maybe. Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
yes, we do.
Yes.
Perfect, great. So hello, everyone. My name is Courtney Locke. I work in Human Resources for Northeastern Ontario Family and Children's Services. So you may know our organization as NEOFAX for short. So for time-saving purposes, when referring to our agency, I'll just say NEOFAX. So I hope by the end of this little presentation, you'll learn something new about our agency and potentially some employment opportunities as well. So I'll just start off by introducing our agency a little bit for those of you who may not know. So first and foremost, we do cover both the Cochrane and Timiskaming districts. So we have offices across the north, so anywhere from Hearst to North Cobalt, New Liskeard area. Our main office is located in Timmins, and then we have what we call our satellite offices, head offices in Kapuskasing and in Kirkland Lake as well. But as you can see, we have offices throughout, including York Falls, Matheson, and Cochrane, which I know is kind of the focus for today. In terms of our dynamics at the organization, so we have over 350 employees, so throughout various locations. Like I mentioned, head office in Timmins, district offices in Kapuskasing and Kirkland Lake. Another little piece of information I always like to share, so we are committed to providing our programs and services in both official languages, so in French and English, in accordance to the French Language Services Act. So this comes into play whenever you're looking at employment opportunities. Based on the location, at times it's always bilingual required. For example, in Hearst or Kapuskasing, where the community is mainly Francophone, whereas you'll have other locations where maybe we'll identify bilingualism as an asset. So that's something I'll show you in a second when we look at some of the job postings to keep your eye out for. And in terms of our mission, really at the end of the day, we're all working together for the well-being and safety of the children, youth, and families in our communities. All right, so a little bit more about our agency. So we're most definitely an integrated agency. We have a wide variety of programs and services. If I were to explain every single program, we'd probably be here for an hour. So I'll try to just highlight some of the, I don't want to say main programs, but some of our bigger programs. And I'll show you also on our website where you can learn more. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of information. So the first one I want to highlight is the Child and Youth Mental Health programs. So this is counseling and therapy for children, youth, and families who may be experiencing some mental health difficulties, excuse me. So some of our workers will provide group therapy, crisis intervention, and so much more. So there are many positions available for our Child and Youth Mental Health program. So I will show you that as well on our website. The second one I'd like to highlight is the Youth Justice Program. So some of our workers are working with youth who may be in conflict with the law. So our program in Youth Justice focused on skill development, integration within the community, and much more. We have a residential program. So we have a residence in Schumacher. So for those of you in Iroquois Falls, Matheson, Cochrane, Schumacher is just a little bit of a drive away for our residents. So essentially we have youth within the residence. And so really this is their home setting, and essentially the program is designed to provide intervention services in a very structured and supportive environment, develop those skills to then eventually return to family or social systems. We have child welfare, so specifically child protection. So focused on the protection and safety and well-being of children and youth within our communities. So some of the workers in protection, they'll complete investigations, create service plans, and really try to remove those risks for children and youth. There's on-call services and much more. Foster care and adoption, we have intensive service coordination, we have early learning and prevention. So you may have heard of our Early On or Brighter Futures program. So this is focused on children ages 0 to 6 as well as their families. So within your communities, our communities, you may have seen some programming. So things like play groups, parenting workshops, literacy programs, and much more. We also have family preservation. So this is workers who will go in homes and support families as need. So it could be anything from parenting techniques to establishing routines, to behavior management, and so much more. I know that's a lot of information. So like I said, always visit our website. So why don't we just go there now, and that will make things a little bit easier. Okay, so just want to confirm again, you can see the website page. Perfect. Okay, so this is our website. So if you just, type in www.neofax.org, it should bring you here. Here's our homepage. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of information on our programs and services. If you see on the right-hand side here, you can drop down and look at our different programs available to learn more. In terms of careers, which I believe this is why most people are here today. So on the top right-hand corner, you'll see the careers tab. So if you were to press on that, you'll be able to see any of our current employment opportunities. So looking at the list, definitely many different positions available, different locations, different programs. What I will say is always keep an eye out on this, because there's positions that become available all the time, or sometimes the requirements for different positions change. So if ever you're interested, I would definitely encourage you to keep your eye out. So to highlight a couple of them, so as I mentioned, we are hiring for quite a few child and family intervention clinician positions. So that would be our mental health. So we actually were funded to hire additional mental health workers because of the needs. And so we created new positions as well for that. So if you just look at our list here, full-time positions in Timmins, we have contracts. We also have, I know there's Kirkland Lake. So Kirkland Lake, for those of you in maybe Matheson, is not that far of a drive. So many different positions in mental health. The other ones I would highlight, we have our residents. So in Schumacher, as I mentioned, so we have child and youth workers. So I know that we have part-time positions available. There's sleep-in staff positions that are available. The other one too, you'll probably see that we have a couple of program support workers. So that would be for the early on and brighter future programs. So definitely a couple of locations there: Smooth Rock, Kapuskasing, Timmins. And like I mentioned, I know the focus is York Falls, Cochrane, and Matheson. Right now, there's technically not positions posted, definitely in the surrounding areas. But like I said, in the coming days, this might change. So for an example about our job postings, I'll focus on the residential child and youth worker, just as an example. So if we press on here, it'll give you a quick little outline of the position as well as the job requirements. So for example, this position here, it would require a child and youth worker diploma or a bachelor's degree in the social services field. So this can include a wide variety of programs as well. Like I mentioned, the bilingualism in French and English varies. So for this one, it would be required. The other thing too, some of our postings, there's only the little blurb here at the top. So if ever you want to learn more, you can always request a job description for the position, which would be important if you want to learn a little bit more about the position. And of course, it'll always highlight, when the deadline is to apply. There'll be a competition number. And it'll always say, send your resume and your cover letter, to humanresources@neofax.org, which I will make sure to share in the chat as well. So just going back to my little presentation. Just to highlight a couple of benefits in terms of being an employee with our agency. So for our full-time positions, we do have pension plans, employee benefits, vacation. For all staff, we have various wellness initiatives. We have a group benefit insurance. There's a lot of training and development opportunities to grow and to learn, as well as advancement possibilities. Because we cover a wide area, there's different opportunities with various programs and services. And then especially with the pandemic, we have been kind of honing in on the flexible work schedule as well. So that's only to highlight a few. I always like to mention as well, if there's some people who are not necessarily looking for employment, but are looking to volunteer, we're always accepting volunteers. So if that's something that you're interested in, our website again has all the information on, there's a little application that you would need to apply. You need to complete, excuse me, and somebody would reach out for the volunteer service side of things. And really the volunteers support to make sure that the programs are running smoothly. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly, either in the chat or afterwards. In terms of general inquiries, so if you're looking for information on our agency, I would say reach out to info@neofax.org. If you're looking for information on positions, you're looking for job descriptions, you're looking to apply, that would be the human resources at neofax.org. And that's it for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Courtney. Next, I'd like to introduce Jamie Sutherland from Creequest. Jamie?
Jamie, I think you're on mute.
Okay, can everyone see my screen? I guess it helps if you can actually hear me speak.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see some familiar faces this morning. I want to thank everyone for the invitation to participate in this virtual career fair. We know there's a lot of opportunities available, so it's nice that we can all connect together. So I am the recruitment person, whatever you want to call me, for Creequest Corp. So I kind of manage all the recruitment activities for the company and their partners. So I'll share with you a little bit what Creequest Corp is. So it's a 100% Indigenous owned mining services company. We have 3 directors who run the company. One is from Tagwa Nation, Moose Cree First Nation, and Wagasig First Nation. So they partner up with different companies at various mine sites, and we offer different services. But today, what I'm going to talk about mostly is the recruitment, of course, because that's what our focus is. So what I try and do is focus on increasing Indigenous employment rates in the workplace with our partner companies. So right now, the 2 big ones that we're really working on is camp services. So there we're looking at all the services that are provided at the camp. We know it's a camp where people stay, so we need housekeepers, janitors, kitchen helpers, cooks. We have water bottle delivery. Right now, we actually even have lead roles positioned in the janitorial and delivery, so supervisory roles. And we also have what we call a MET program. This is really focused on our Indigenous employees, so it's a manager and training program. So it's somebody who doesn't have any management experience. We run them through a program, train them, and at the end, they get a manager position. So that's pretty exciting. We try and offer this position once a year. The process usually takes 8 months to a year. So that's a lot for our camp services. Our next positions that we're working on is with our drilling company. We also have a partner in drilling, which is also camp-based. So we're always looking for experienced drillers and experienced driller helpers. Sometimes we do have labor positions that come up, so I encourage people, if they want to apply as a laborer, still submit your resume. So if something is available, we have you on file. For any of these jobs, of course, reach out to me and I'd be able to provide that. But here's a high-level overview, because these are both at the campsite at Kirkland Lake Gold. So if anybody's familiar with that site, it's 100 kilometers from Cochrane. So you must be physically fit. They are remote positions, so we need to check people are healthy because you don't have easy access to a hospital.
Jamie, I think we're having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. I'm not sure if anybody else is.
Is anybody else having any issues?
Yeah, I am. It keeps going in and out and it kind of sounds muffled.
Wonder what my issue is. Huh. I don't know what to do to fix this.
It's better now.
Oh,
It
is
sounds
it?
clear.
Yeah,
I
when
think-
you're closer to the mic, Jamie.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
when
I'm
you're-
gonna lay my face on my laptop here.
Perfect.
That sounds better. We can hear you clear when you're closer to your laptop.
Okay, perfect. So I'll start this slide over. You must be physically fit. They are remote positions. Pre-employment testing is required. So that's pre-access drug and alcohol testing. This is a big one. Marijuana is legal now, so that brings on its own challenges. But they do testing to see how strong it is in your system. So they can kind of tell if you're a regular everyday type of marijuana user or just a social user. And I think the reason why they do that is they want to make sure that you can abstain for the 2 weeks that you're at site, you know, that it doesn't become an issue when you're at site. Of course, just like everyone else, we need reliable and hardworking people. We want people who will show up every day, not sleep in when you're at work, to put the effort. As I mentioned, for our drilling positions, previous experience is required. But for other positions such as housekeeping and janitorial, it's not a requirement, but it's definitely an asset. And now the new thing, which as recruiters, we never used to ask people before, but definitely these vaccination requirements. Our client at Kirkland Lake Gold has requirements to be double vaccinated. So that's something that's required to have access to site. So the other services that we provide, again, I try and focus a lot on our Indigenous applicants, but I do not turn anyone away. So if you're non-Indigenous, we will still help you, or we will send you to the right people who can help you. You'll get something out of us at the end, so it wouldn't be a waste contact. But we do provide resume support. And referral. So if there's any specific services you need, like for you need tools or things to get ready for work, we'll find you the appropriate service. We provide follow-up and support after being hired. So we'll check in on you, talk about the good things on the job, the bad things, see if you were trained properly. So we really want to be involved in the process. We are expanding our team because we realize things are getting a lot busier. So we've brought on an employee support worker on staff, and we also have an elder liaison worker who goes and visits at site. As I mentioned earlier, on non-Indigenous applicants, we will refer them to the appropriate departments, and we will help any way we can. We do not turn anyone away. So if you are interested in our jobs, or if you have any questions, I would definitely encourage you to email us at jobs@creequestcorp.ca. And also follow us on Facebook, because I am pretty active on Facebook. Last minute jobs, I'll post them on there. I also post employment tips on there, just based on things that we're seeing that's happening. So we're just there for you. We want to get you any way that's easier. Social media is a big thing right now, so if you just want to send us a message there, we do texting. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I did post my contact information in the chat, but again, definitely send us an email if you have any questions at all.
Thank you, Jamie. So I'd just like to take a second to introduce myself. My name is Stacy. I'm the new employment resource worker for Employment Ontario at the CDSAB in York Falls. I'd like to introduce our next employer, which is Dollarama, and next is Christine.
Can you hear me? Yes, okay, very good. Okay, good morning, everybody. So my name is Christine Gauthier. I'm the store manager for Dollarama, our new location in Cochrane. Currently, we're set to open anywhere between the 15th to 22nd of December. So we're going to be hitting the floor running very soon as far as our setup goes. We still have a variety of positions that we need to hire for. These are including sales associates, assistant team lead, assistant manager. Our ideal candidates, what we're looking for is an open availability, including evenings and weekends as we operate during a variety of hours. However, given that many of our positions are part-time, we will be looking to also potentially entertain the idea of working opposite like an existing job schedule. So basically, if you have a job and you're looking to add a few hours to your weekly schedule, we definitely would be open to working with that possibility. So all associates and management team will be taking part of the setup of the Cochrane location, including fixturing and new merchandise, which is lots of. So our days will be sooner than opening dates. As such, some training provided will be made available for management team. Typically, this will happen in Timmins. And prior to store opening, the sales associates also, but they will be training on site. To apply, you can visit the email that I've provided in the chat. Please put the job that you're applying for in the subject line. Other than that, that's pretty much it for us.
All right, thank you, Christine. Up next, we have
Thank you for having us.
No problem. So up next, we have the Miller Group.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen, so give me 1 sec here. All right, can everyone see that okay? Yeah, okay, perfect. So just to introduce myself briefly, my name's Samantha and I'm the talent acquisition specialist here at Miller. So today we're kind of going to go into a little bit of a brief overview of who we are as an organization and what our northern divisions have to offer. So we'll first discuss our Miller maintenance team. Our maintenance team provides maintenance services for the MTO throughout Ontario. And the team there is responsible for kind of doing any of the maintenance on any of the highways, roads, bridges, or tollways as per their contract. So anything from incident response to summer and winter maintenance, winter and snow control, and vegetation management is what our maintenance teams will cover. We're pretty widespread across Ontario, but in terms of this career fair, we are located in the northeastern end. So Temagami, New Liskeard, Cochrane, Hearst, Matheson, Gogama, we're kind of all over. So that's what we're focusing on today with our maintenance group. We also have our construction division that's located in Northern Ontario as well. So I wanted to take a second just to briefly discuss what they do in terms of the construction business. So it includes anything from the public to private sector. It can be new construction or rehabilitation of highways, roads, bridges, and culverts. And we're located in New Liskeard, North Bay, Dryden, and the surrounding areas. One thing that we're proud to mention is that our Miller Northern team has formed connections with over 20 Indigenous communities and have partnered on 4 business partnerships for the road and bridge construction in the Northern Ontario region. So a little bit about Miller here. Our vision is to build greatness, and our values guide who we hire and how we work. We believe that at our core, we are our people. So we want to make sure that we're hiring the right people with the right fit for the right roles to be successful in our company and add to our vision, mission, and values. We are a leader in the Ontario road construction and highway maintenance industry, and we base this on our continuous efforts to provide education, innovation, safety, and training to our employees. So I'm going to open it up briefly now to 2 of our operations managers, Sean and Kyle, that are joining us from the Cochrane and New Liskeard area. And they're just going to touch on what open opportunities or job opportunities we have in the surrounding areas here.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Sean Dobbins here. We just renewed our contract for the Cochrane New Liskeard area for another 7 years at the ministry starting in June. So there'll be some opportunities there. We're looking at expanding our management team in terms of superintendent for the Cochrane, Hearst, and Kapuskasing area. We're always looking for seasonal snowplow operators and patrollers with AZ or DZ licenses in Cochrane, Madison, Iroquois Falls, Gogama, Folliet, and other areas as well. You know, there's lots of full-time opportunities that will become available in June. You know, there's a longevity of work here, which I think is good for everybody and for the community. So, you know, we'll accept resumes at any point. I don't know, Kyle, you want to say anything else?
One good positive aspect of the Miller Group is we are part of Colas Canada, which is a massive company nationwide. So we have a lot of people that move within the country. So if you are successful and you are working with us and you know something tickles your fancy in Alberta or out in the Maritimes, we do have that ability to transfer within not only the country but globally as well, being a large company like Miller Colas. So that's one of the pros that we like to push. And you know, you'd be surprised how many people you know, go out to Alberta for a few months and come back, and you know, we're able to transfer within companies, which is a positive for new recruits. Well, that's about it from me.
Perfect. So just to mention, in terms of our winter maintenance that we are hiring for now, the positions vary from call-in, so part-time call-in positions or full-time. If you do have an AZ or DZ license, we're always looking for drivers, so feel free to send our resumes or your resumes our way. All of our roles are available on the Miller Group website. So we have a career page that we house our current and future opportunities on. So if there's something that you might be interested that you don't see today, I welcome everyone to visit our website and check it out there. And with that, this is just a bit of our contact information. I will post it in the chat after the presentation as well. So if anyone is interested in any of the roles, you're free to email us at our general inbox, which is just hr@millergroup.ca. I've also left my phone number and extension up. If there's anyone that wants to chat over the phone and has questions, we are free to do so there as well. Like I mentioned, all of our roles are on the website on our career page. You can apply there. We also post on Indeed and Facebook. And we do have social media channels, so feel free to follow our Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. We're always posting company updates, news and achievements or awards of the company, and all of our recruitment positions as well. And that's it.
Thank you, Samantha. If Heather Segay from Corporation of the City of Timmins.
All right, I'm coming just 1 second. Just need to get my PowerPoint up here. Can everybody hear me and see my PowerPoint? I'm assuming yes, if no one said anything.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So I'm Heather Segay. I'm the HR manager here at the City of Timmins. We are a municipality. We'll just kind of go over just a few points about organization, as we do have a lot of postings that I want to show everybody. So we're made up of approximately 550, maybe a little bit more full-time staff, and just over 300 part-time or temporary casual staff as well. We do have 12 unions here at the city, as well as a non-union group. So there's a lot, because we cover such a wide variety of departments and divisions, we do have a lot of different occupations, some unionized, some not. So we do also have 4 boards within the corporation. So the Timmins Library, the Timmins Police, the Timmins Economic Development Corporation, as well as the Matagami Region Conservation Authority. Those are all run by boards or governed by boards. However, they do form a part of the corporation, the City of Timmins. Just some of the other different departments and divisions within our organization: Public Works, Engineering, the Golden Manor forms a part of the city, the fire department, our arenas, our pools, Parks and Rec, building planning. I know I'm missing a couple there, but we do have quite a large variety of departments within our organization. So we do obviously have full-time positions, as I mentioned. Those positions do come with a pension and benefit plan, a pretty competitive one as well. Our pension plan is with OMERS, which is one of the top pension plans, and our benefits are pretty competitive as well. So That's one of our main points of attraction for full-time positions. With regards to our non-full-time positions, we don't have the benefit plan for those. With OMERS, you do have the opportunity to join the pension plan after you meet certain criteria. So that's an option for our non-full-time staff. And we do also provide in lieu of benefits. So a percentage on top of the hourly wages for in lieu of benefits and also in lieu of vacation. So just a few key points about the different types of employment we have here. So we usually, when we do have vacancies that occur, we usually post on obviously the Timmins website, or so www.timmins.ca under our career section. We also do post on our Facebook page. And Jobs in Timmins is a site that we use for all of our postings as well. You might see our postings on different websites depending on the position, and that's just additional advertising. But the three that I mentioned there with Facebook, city website, and Jobs in Timmins, those are our main areas that we post vacancies on. Sorry, I'm completely ignoring my slideshow here. All right. Oh, maybe not. Anyways, I'll go through the current vacancies that we have. We do have quite a bit currently, so I'll just briefly speak about them. So right now we are recruiting for part-time personal support workers at the Golden Manor or long-term care home. So obviously for those positions, you do need your PSW certificate or RPN certificate. And we ask that asked that you have worked in a PSW or RPN capacity within the last 5 years, or if you're a new grad, obviously you wouldn't have that experience, and that's fine. We recruit for new grads all the time. So that's a current position that's open and that we continue to recruit for because of the shortage that we're seeing across the province. We do also have part-time RPN positions open at the moment. So obviously if you're a new or experienced RPN with a current CNO license, that's part of the requirements for this position, as well as proof of professional liability protection. I should mention as well, the corporation of the City of Timmins does have a mandatory vaccination policy in place. So you will see that line in our requirements for all of our postings that you provide proof of COVID-19 vaccination. We do also have some part-time registered nurse positions open. So those obviously we would require that you're currently registered with CNO as an RN. We ask, or it's considered an asset if you have recent experience in geriatric or long-term care environments. And CPR and first aid certificates are required for those positions. Our next one, we do have a full-time labor position open specifically at the cemetery department. So this position is shared between cemetery and public works, but its home base is the cemetery. So this position, we require grade 12 diploma or equivalency. We ask that the individual has a DZ license, and we ask also for a clear driver's abstract upon if you are the successful candidate and we offer you the job, that's when we would require that driver's abstract. So all of these postings that I'm going through are, like I said, on Jobs in Timmins or timmins.ca. So if you need to look more closely at one of these postings that might pique your interest, you can certainly do that. So continue here. So we do also have a few full-time labor positions open specifically in the Public Works Department in Timmins, so on Pine Street South. Those as well, we would require a DSED license, grade 12 diploma or equivalency. And these ones specifically, we are looking for experience on different pieces of equipment. And that's just to ensure that we can, first of all, have the opportunity to move up to hold different equipment operator positions in addition to your labor position. And that's also to ensure that we have coverage moving forward in the future to be able to plow the roads, to be able to work on, to be able to complete certain projects. So we are looking for equipment experience with regards to those positions. We also have a full-time mechanic position open, a licensed mechanic. So that requires the grade 12 diploma We are looking for truck and coach licenses. And if you do have heavy equipment, if you do have your heavy equipment license or experience in this field, then it's a definite asset. We also have a full-time distribution collection operator position available. So that's in environmental services in our public utilities departments. So that's mainly working with regards to working on the water mains, water and sewer mains. So this position does require the grade 12 as a base or equivalency, but it also requires the water distribution operator certificates. So these ones, I believe, we are willing to hire you and then have you complete those certifications within, I think it says 4 months there. So if you don't have the certificate at the moment, don't feel that you can't apply. We would be willing to work with you to obtain that license shortly upon being hired. And also you would be required to have the DZ license as well. Oh, sorry. Just a few more here. So we do have one seasonal highway patrol person position open in the traffic department. That's patrolling and monitoring our highway road conditions during the winter months. So that requires a grade 12 diploma or equivalency, a valid G license, and a clear driver's abstract. And what I'm going through is just obviously just the basic requirements. Obviously, we have more listed here that we're looking for as an asset when we're looking at the different candidates that we want to interview. Okay, so our next few here, I believe, are non-union. So we have a facility services supervisor position open at the Golden Manor that just became open. So that position is going to require more than a grade 12. It's going to require a post-secondary degree or diploma in either building maintenance or a related field. It will help to have knowledge of environmental services and as well as long-term care home experience would be an asset, not a requirement, but a definite asset. We are looking for a supervisory experience as well, preferably in a unionized environment, but doesn't have to be. The next one is our waste management supervisor. So this is for environmental services, providing oversight and direction to our crews that are involved in waste collection and landfill operations. So this one requires a community college diploma. We're looking for environmental services, civil technology, or a related field. We are also looking for 3 to 5 years of supervisory experience and a G class license or higher. And our last one, we typically don't speak to the police department positions. They usually recruit on their own, but I will mention it as we do have it up on our website. So they are currently recruiting for a police constable, a cadet recruit in training. So that's individuals who are looking to get started as a police constable. You would apply to this position, and if successful, then you would go to OPC, so Ontario Policing College, and complete 4 months there. Upon successful completion of that, then you would be sworn in at the Timmins Police Service as a constable or cadet recruit. Sorry, as a constable. And they have a bit of a different process to apply. Their posting will be on their website as well, the Timmins Police website, but they have specific forms that you'll need to fill in order to apply for this position specifically. So that brings me to how to apply for our more generalized positions. So pretty much everything except for police. So you can send either your updated resume, or we do have an employment application form on our website that you can fill in. Either one will do. If you have the same information on both, you don't need to send in both. Just make sure you address what's in the posting as a requirement so that we know it's clear that we know you're qualified for the position. As long as we have that information, then you can send in a resume or an application form. And always quote the competition number that's listed in the job posting so that we know what position you're applying for. And right now, you can either send it by mail to the address listed here on the slide, or you can send it by email. We don't have the ability to come in, for anybody to come into our department at the moment, but we certainly encourage people to send it in through email. And then this is just a quick view of our employment application form. Like I said, if you have a resume that has all this information on it already, then you don't need to fill in this as well. And that's it. So thanks for listening to me. We do have, like I said, a lot of postings at the moment. So if you feel that you're qualified for one or one piques your interest, then certainly send us an email with your application and let us know which one you're wanting to apply for. Thanks.
Thank you, Heather. So we were just informed that unfortunately, KL Gold will not be available to share their available employment opportunities, but you can access on their website. Should they come in during our brief summarization of today and our thanks, then I will make sure to include that back on the itinerary. So to start, on behalf of our sponsors, we'd like to thank you for joining us today. A special thanks to Far Northeast Training Board for their assistance in coordinating and hosting this event. To our employers for taking the time out of their busy schedules to share these wonderful opportunities. Job seekers, thank you for your attendance, and we hope that the information will assist you on your job search and with your employment goals. To our community partners for their ongoing collaboration and support in promoting this event. And before ending today, some of our sponsors would like to take just a few minutes to share a little bit about who they are and what we do. So I'm here today. My name is Sabrina Hardy with my fellow coworkers, Giselle, Charlene, and Stacy Burton, employment resource workers with CDSAB Employment Services, delivering programs and services funded by the Ministry of Labor, Training, and Skills Development. Cochrane District Social Services Administration Board, or rather the acronym, as I heard mentioned, to short form it, CDSSAB, Employment Services, can support individuals in finding employment by accessing our programs and services. Our team can assist employers with their hiring and training needs of new employees. If you're a job seeker, employer, new to the community, a student, and are looking for information on employment, education, or training, your local employment services are available in Cochrane, Erico Falls, and Matheson, and we look forward to assisting you with all your employment needs. We have placed our contact information in the chat should you like to book an appointment to meet with us and or find information on our available services and programs. You could also follow us on our Facebook page, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. I'd like to now share the floor with Sherilyn Archibald with Tegwa Tegamo Nation, who could share more on her services and programs.
Just 1 second, Sabrina, I have a question. Did the AGS present?
HGS did not present.
Okay.
I apologize, Sabrina.
That is fine. Can I go ahead?
Yes,
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I must have, I'm terribly sorry for that.
That's no problem. I'm just going to share my screen here. Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. So my name is Sabrina Donnelly, and I am from HGS, Hinduja Global Solutions. We are a call center industry that has been in Canada since the early 90s. So we have a site in Timmins, but what I'm here to talk about is our work at home program. So we are hiring from across Canada at this present moment, and we look forward to anyone who's interested in joining us. So we do have a bunch of entry-level positions available from the comfort of your home. So a day in the life with us. So essentially, you'll be supporting one of our clients. Typically, we have a number of clients that are a global cable and wireless company. You take approximately 20 to 50 inbound calls from customers and help them with inquiries related to financial accounts, billing, issue resolution, upgrades of equipment, and changes of service. I like to say that we're the 1-800 number on the bill. So if you have a problem with your cell phone or your cable or any sort of concern of that sort, that's who you would call. You would call somebody in HGS in order to get you to have your issue resolved. So right now, as I mentioned, we are hiring for our work at home program. We hire all across Canada. We hire both for English only and French English bilingual positions. And all of our hiring is conducted virtually. We are not hiring at any of our sites at this present moment. We are completely focusing on our work at home program. So are you able to work from home? Do you have a quiet office space and a private area that you'll be able to set up a system? And are you comfortable working independently and without other people physically around you? Because as we mentioned, we do have a support system that is out there, but you will be working from home. We don't require you to have any sort of equipment that is necessary for the job. We'll supply everything. We'll send you a computer, dual monitors, keyboard, headset, webcam, mouse. And all that you require is that private, quiet office space, something with a door on it that you can lock out to anybody else that might be in your household, and to have a high-speed internet connection. So if you are running DSL, fiber, or cable, and have the ability to plug in directly to your internet, then you would be eligible to work for us. Our minimum and minimum speeds are there, 10 megabits per second and download and 5 upload. So if you can meet those requirements, you are eligible to work at home. We have a paid training program, and we provide you with all of the information and everything you need in order to assist our customers. We are open from 7 a.m. until midnight Eastern Standard Time. We have our schedules all within that time frame. So you may be scheduled for any shift within this time frame. It is something that we require a bit of flexibility in terms of scheduling. Most of our shifts are in the evenings and the weekends, I will say, and we are open 365 days per year. We also, on top of our hourly wage, you have the opportunity to earn quarterly bonuses based on your performance, based on your reliability, and we have a whole host of benefits as well. We do have, as I mentioned, commission pay for performance. We have rewards and recognition programs. We have benefits, health, dental, vision, life insurance. We have a very comprehensive employee assistance program and discounts and rewards that we give our employees for both things like attendance and performance as well. So we also like to promote from within. I should pull this slide up. So right now, all we do hire for our entry-level positions, so customer service positions on the phone, but we feel very strongly about promoting from within. So once you've been with us for 3 months, you have the ability to apply for any other position within our company. We have things like career pathing, lead associate, team leader, training, quality assurance, IT, recruiting, all of the different career paths that you can focus on whenever you are an HGS employee. So how you actually apply, it is on joinhgs.com, and I'll put my contact information in the chat as well. If you do have any questions about the positions, It's also posted on the Jobs in Cochrane site as well, if anyone is interested in finding out more information. So thank you very much. That is all that I have.
Thank you, Sabrina. So I know I just wanted to mention or just inquire with regards to the internet requirements for that position. So if somebody were interested in a position such like that, would they be able to just contact the website and have maybe one of the recruiter members to just test it? Is that typically what happens?
Yeah, so typically what happens when you apply, you go through, we have a bot that will go through some basic questions, and it will also test your internet speed as well. So it will tell you whether or not you meet the qualifications within the first 10-15 minutes of applying. If anyone does have any concerns about their internet speed, we do have a speed test site that we use, and they're welcome to contact me, and we can check that before applying to make sure. I know sometimes rural areas speed can be a bit of a concern for our applicants.
Well, thank you very much. And I do apologize for stating the closing remarks. I suppose that I did print off the wrong schedule for today. And it seems like our representative for KL Gold is here. So Howard is here. So we'll just maybe just do a summarization of our closure remarks at the end. And thank you again for your input. Hi, Howard.
Good morning.
And Frida, good morning.
It's Howard and Frida here. We both have to wear our masks because we're not within 6 feet of each
6 feet. Practicing social distancing. Excellent. So I'll let you share the floor. Are you going to be sharing a any presentation or PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, we will be. We'll be sharing the Triple Lake Gold webpage for the careers page.
Okay, I'll let you go ahead and do that and start with your presentation. Thank you for being here.
Then we're going to give a little virtual tour at the same time. So.
Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Frida Willett. I work for the Indigenous Affairs. I am the Training Education Employment Coordinator here, and also a part of the Human Resources team. So here we have the AAA Careers home page. Here you will see, can you see it?
No, we cannot see it.
Oh.
Bear with it.
No worries.
We're running a little bit ahead of schedule. I've already said the closing remarks, so you know. Perfect. We could see it perfectly. Thank you.
You guys are on mute now.
Frida and Howard, you're on mute.
Sorry.
All right.
That's okay.
Sorry, so here we are on the AAA webpage. I'm going to bring you to our locations here, which is our Detroit Mine, Ontario. So here we have if you go down, scroll below, it'll give you the list of jobs that are currently available. I'm actually going to click on one of them, which is the process plant electrical supervisor. Just to give you an idea on how to the process of build a profile on our page. And here I'll give you the responsibilities, qualifications. And if you're interested, you can go here, apply now. And this is where you're going to build your profile. So if you already have one, put email address, your password, and sign in. If not, you can go create an account. And you have to fill this information, your email, and your word, your first name and last name, and create an account. And this is where, you know, you'll, after this point, you'll upload your resume, your certificates, and also anything else that needs to be a cover letter. Then that's it. Then, yeah, so, and actually there's the other locations that we also have, Australia, but in Matson and Timmins, and then pass my website too. So I'll let Howard go on the tour.
Okay, we'll give you a quick tour, virtual tour. The mine site itself is we're about 2 hours and 15 minutes bus ride north of Cochrane, where we take the Tisdale bus lines, provides a charter for us, so it's a 2 hour and 15-minute bus ride. So I just want to give you a bit of a virtual tour. We'll go to, and this is on the website too. We'll go to the site infrastructure, we call it. This is near the laydown area, TMA project here. This is, like I said, we're closer to the north dump, but this is a part of the TMA area. And behind the TMA area is our laydown area, or shops, I should say. I'll take you to the maintenance shop. Here it is. This is it doesn't let me show you the building. This is part of the MSF building where maintenance shop is, and this is one of the trucks that's in the shop. It's a 795. It's a truck that's about twice the size of a house, 2-story house. Contractor lay down this another area as well. I'll just show you behind the process plant. This is the process plant itself here, the structure here. And you see this dome building, that's part of the crushing area. And where I have my cursor, that's the main crusher. This is where all the product is dumped in there with their 795s and other trucks, and goes through the process plant, through the compactors and whatnot. So I'm going to do a very quick tour here. So this is the whole process plant. This is where everything is crushed, and this is where the gold is produced. This is the process plant operations, maintenance. Let's go here. We wanted to show you the can. This is one of the camps. This is a little hopper lodge. This is on the entrance when you come into the mine site. This camp is about a 500-person camp, now a 600-person camp. It's behind a little hopper lake. In here we have the fitness center of the shot of that, what it looks like. This is our fitness center. It's 2 floors. This is the workout area. And in the bottom is the basketball court, badminton, and so forth. So this is part of that little hopper lodge, one of the main camps. And our second camp is called Sagamore Lake, similar to this. And this camp is a 3-story camp. It's about 100-person, 100 rooms per camp. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wings, and we just added another wing. We now have 6 wings. So that's a quick virtual tour. If you go on the website, this is it. You can play around with it. We have a quick overview here. I'll just run this through you. I don't know how long it is, not very long. Like I said, if you go on the website, we're an open pit operation. The life of the mine right now is the plan to close is 2040, but we're thinking we're going to be around till about 2050 to 2060 or even 2070 right now. The work that they're doing, there's a lot of exploration, a lot of work here. The rotations are 7 in, 7 out, or 14. 14 in, 14 out, and there's some other administration that do 4 and 3, but mainly it's 7 in, 7 out, or 14, 14. Well, that's it in a nutshell. Questions? Sorry.
Sorry, it would take me a minute to get myself off mute there, Howard. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for that. I've never actually seen or taken a look at it. It was very, very, I wish I had a gym like that at home. Perhaps it would get me a little bit more fit. Howard, if you have any contact information that you'd like to share in the chat as well for any of these job seekers or fellow employers, if they wanted to inquire on further information on jobs, your website information, if you wanted to put it in the chat, please do so and just share it with everybody.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. But individuals do send us resumes, but they have to go create a profile, but we'll share you our contact information.
Okay.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I went through this backwards, and I'm the type of person that needs to have a quick structure as to how the day unfolds. I was in the middle of introducing Sherry Lynn to share with us today a little bit about Tequah Tagamu Nation, some of the services and programs that they deliver. So I'll let you take it away.
All right. So I had to sign off. My internet is kind of unstable, was getting booted in and out. So I'm on my cell phone. So anyways, I'm Sherilyn Archibald. I'm the Employment and Training Coordinator for Tequah Tagamu Nation. So basically, we're not funded through the government. We're sponsored through our partnerships that we have within TTN, and also through our First Nation, because it's a required, it's a need within our community. So I'm put in that position to assist our members, our TTN members and our affiliates, as well as that's my priority, but I do not turn anybody away. So I work with everybody that comes through my door or calls me or emails me, Indigenous or non-Indigenous, it doesn't matter. So basically I provide employment services. If somebody is seeking a job, or they require their resume updated, I assist them with that. Cover letter. I do send out a lot of job postings to my membership. Like I have all of their members, and then I have some other people on my email list. So just putting out jobs out there. I have a Facebook page, a Tequah Tagamu Nation employment and training page. It's open to everybody. So I have a lot of people that come on there and check out the job postings. I share whatever jobs that are posted within some of the other recruiters out there. And also I provide, if anybody's looking for training, if they need like working at heights, like if they get a call from the union or wherever, I assist them in getting funding for to pay for the training, and also refer them to usually it's through NordCat that I work with. I'm partnered up with, and I work alongside, like I network with Innu Friendship Center, Brenda, and as well as the Keepers of the Circle, some of the like Ontario Works Worker in Moosonee, because that's where our members go through, is the Moosonee office. And some of the institutions that I've been working with recently is Northern College, and getting some programs, carpentry programs up and running within our territory. So I do my best to assist. I sit down with the individual one-on-one, and we go through their plan that they need to, where their career goals are or their education goals are. So a lot of networking, like I said, Keepers of the Circle, Innu Friendship Center, Mishkegowuk and Employment Training. I work a lot with them for individuals that are that are from Mushkegowuk territory, and they like say if they want to take heavy equipment with fifth wheel, I'll work with them and help them fill out their funding proposal and get them set up with fifth wheel. So, and most recently, I've been doing a lot of developing of programs. So with the mine site, Detour Lake Mine, and like I said, with the carpentry program and doing some land-based healing stuff. So it's yeah, it's pretty busy, and I'm always looking for partners and working with other communities and assisting anybody that requests services. So my office is located at Apatisswan, 207 6th Street in Cochrane. I'm at on the second floor, office number 30. But I'll add my contact information in the chat, and if anybody has any questions, you can definitely reach out to me. Thanks.
Thank you, Sherry Lynn. Brenda from the Innu Friendship Center, would you like to share anything on your available programs and services?
I'm the employment counselor for the Apatisswan program. It runs out of the Ontario Federation of Indian Friendship Centers. I provide both job search and work placements, and along with purchase of training and various other programs that we operate here. I'm at 190 3rd Avenue, the Friendship Center. Right now, our doors are closed because of COVID, right? You could always catch me on email. I'll provide my information on the message. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Anybody else with any words to share? I know that in this collaboration, it's been amazing working with both Brenda, Sherilyn, Giselle, Far Northeast Training Board, Jose, all of you employers. Again, just to reiterate, as I've already said, my closure, but we really appreciate you all being here today. Jose, is there anything that you wanted to add or?
No, everything's good. This was
Perfect. So I
awesome.
realize it is a little bit earlier today. We're hoping that you utilize the chat, make sure to jot down all that contact information, and feel free to reach out to us. Everybody, I believe, has put all the information there for your availability, and we look forward to future partnerships. So thank you and have a great day. Let's hope there's no huge storm. So if it's raining or snowing, it seems like we never know. Just try to have a great day. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.